Hello, I hope you are well. Welcome to another rendition of my spooky life. It's been a while. It's been a lot going on, a lot of personal stuff as well. But I need to talk to you about this. We'll do a reading on it as well and see what it's trying to show. Okay. I do talk about this on my Substacks as well, and I've created some little AI videos of AI generated collaboration. That's the way I see it, because it can't do anything without me telling it what to put in there, and it gets me as close as possible to showing you exactly what's going on. So if you check that out on my Channeling Through the World Storm Substack, because it's going to show you a bit what I'm about to talk to you of. Couldn't get my words out properly there, sorry. So I have been saying some very strange things, as usual, but I have, it's become a little bit more clear about how I'm existing on a multi-dimensional level. Now, they say we all do that. I seem to have some sort of role to play with this, and I have noticed, and I think I've talked about this before, but the shield, I have this shield of people around me. I get the impression I'm sitting in a chair somewhere with my eyes closed, and I'm coordinating all of these lives. I'm getting more information as I talk to you. This is I'm channeling. So yeah, what I've seen, and I put this on the little video that you can access for free on my Substack. A link will be in the description. But basically, I seem to be in the middle and I seem to be hidden. When I put the necrometer on, which we could have a little go of, I think. We'll see how we're doing. But when I put the necrometer on, I always get people, these spirits who come in and I'm lying in bed at night, whatever, and they're all like this, and I can physically see them. And in my mind's eye, like this. And they're trying to see where I am. And I often get things like, where are you? We can't find you. And that's because I seem to be sitting in this chair, wherever it is. If I close my eyes, I can see all these beings around me. Oh, what's going on there? And he's holding the baby. It looks like a very strange sort of silvery alien with not really discernible features, but holding a baby. Oh, okay. I've seen some very strange cryptids as well. Oh my goodness. Have I seen strange? Jay's going. Oh, I don't know. Sorry. It's genuine. There's something with my legs here and I don't know. What's the legs? And of course my resident stalker and his car, who keep coming around, the three, doing circles around me. And that's what I want to talk about. They're trying to keep him out and other beings, but primarily these three. And one of them is Baal. Now, I don't see him as a demon. I see him as an interdimensional would-be emperor who doesn't like what I'm doing. And so I see this shield of people around me. And I have felt very trapped in that recently. I've felt very angry. I've got some personal stuff going on. Excuse me, I've got these blinking eye drops that go down my throat. To do with my father as well. It's estrangement, all sorts of things going on. And I have been advised to let certain things go, and I'm not ready to. But it's caused a lot of discombobulation, and we keep using that word, and frustration and anger at spirit world. It's a lot of issues. And I know I talk about this a lot, but as my son said when he came in the other night after going out with his friends and having a couple of drinkies, I have every damn right to be very angry about so many things. But we all do, let's face it. We all do. But I'm trying to get that balance back. But I have found out more because I've been calling this lot out. Why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? Been sitting in front of the mirror, sitting in front of the camera, whatever, and I can see what's going on around me. I see my spirit guides across my face, and they're going across around me like a circle. And I've talked about this before. I've always had this sense, but I'm sitting somewhere. But within that circle is another being, a very alien being with a tall hat, like a female, godlike almost. Yeah, definitely alien. The guys, yeah, very poised, very like this. I don't think it's me. I don't think I look like that. It's not you. I'm being comfort. I'm in between all of this, and it's on an interdimensional level, but it's around me now, so it's existing in a way for me here now and somewhere else, or in between, all that space in between. And to all these different beings, some of them are in military gear, some of them are like ascended masters. I get angry at these people because I keep thinking they're trying to talk to me and I can't hear them sometimes. I've realised they're not talking to me. Oh, there we go. I don't know if you saw that, but my eyes closed. And that's what they want me to do. They want me to focus and to not be distracted by those walking around me. I don't know if you saw that happen, but they'll do this. Now, one of the guys says he's Anubis, comes in military uniform though, like a general, and he has on his eyes, or somebody who has on their eyes, they have my eyes. It's painted. There's white and there's blue, and they're on their eyelids, and I've seen that recently. But these people, they're talking to these, and these people are coming in like this, trying to look, and they're acting like a shield, their energy. And what did I say? I'm tunneling I'm putting a tunnel through the dark to reach. I'm dispersing something that's trying to come in, and I'm pulling it down. And basically, these three that walk around me are trying to stop me from doing that. I'm going to correct and a tick for that. And they use family wounds. They use all sorts of things to get at me. It's horrible. It's really and this happens at night. Yeah, and then I'll get that. I don't know if you saw it. I'm looking straight at the camera, but my eyes, I could see my guide's eyes go to the side, and that's because he comes in. He knows he's being talked about. This is the cowboy. Always comes like cowboy because I was married to him in the previous life, but he actually came through in a world predictions reading that I've just done. Wants to remind me that he was with me in my days of Egyptian, when I was an Egyptian, and I was. What is that noise? Oh, somebody's trying to ring me somewhere, but they can wait. Telephone call coming in. Could be a message coming in for someone about something important. I don't know who it is. Sorry. But anyway, they are talking to them. They'll go. He keeps showing me the ring, which I've talked about before, and he keeps trying to come in, and he's trying to pull on that past, pull on the energy from. I can physically see this energy trying to pull on it, trying to get me to break down, gradually break me down into nothing. So I don't know what I'm doing, or I want to do it anymore, but just breaking it down, trying to stop. Right, I'm seeing a beam of light going upwards. I don't know what I'm doing in this chair, but there's definitely something about light, energy, and a multi-dimension, different dimensions. And it's hard bloody work, because on this life I am not happy at times. So God knows what's happening in the multiverse, all these other dimensions. I wonder if they're happy. You don't know. So this could be, you could be doing things on dimensions. There's a lot of astral traveling. I have felt there's no getting away from it. And I've never taken street drugs in my life, and I don't advise anyone else to. I once, I have to say this, had tablets prescribed by my doctor, and that's the only time I've ever felt like I was off with the fairies. I felt like I was a very small voice in a body somewhere. And that's the only experience. And I remember being pinned back against the wall. And this was when I was much younger. And that was from the doctor. And I said, oh, I don't like these tablets. She says, what, did you trip? I was like, is that what was happening? I was quite young. So I don't do things like that. Ooh, no. Would you if you kept seeing these things? My God. My version of that is to go out into the town. I went to Birmingham. I get it when I'm in London. I stayed before that. I went to stay at the Savoy Hotel in London. Absolutely fabulous, literally. Oh my God, I've never been treated so well in my life. And I've gone to some hotels. I've stayed in some pretty good hotels around the world. We travelled a lot when I was with my ex-husband. And so I've been to some really good hotels. But oh my God, so worth it. And I'd wanted to go in that hotel. I only went for the night since I was a little girl. And I went to London and I had this experience where I don't know, I started to get some premonitions. That was the first time I went to the restaurant at the Savoy, and then a couple of weeks later I went to stay at the Savoy. Lots going on in London, lots to do with water. But again, that's on my Substack, so you can check that out. I'm not going to go into details of that here because it's not what this is about. But I remember waking in the night. It's like a fever. You keep waking up, and I just see these people, and I could see myself sitting on a chair, talking and to my spirit guides and everything. I often see them around a table, and it can be in here. I can see everywhere when I'm in my room, in the flat. I close my eyes, I can still see what's on the TV and everything. It's bizarre. And I can see them discuss things. I see a lot of people discussing things in another dimension. And there's usually a throne at the top of the table. And that's where they expect me to sit when I leave this life. And as I always say, it's not about, oh, I'm a queen. Oh my God, no. Completely, no. No. I've been trying to run away from it. No, it's total service. That's the only way I can describe it. Lonely. But that's what my soul signed up to do. And it's done it on this earth, apparently, way back in ancient times. So, oh God, I'll tell you, they keep showing it to me. They've got Palladians and Angelics and everything coming from, here's the chair. Remember your leadership, the chair. The chair. No. But I could see myself, sitting in the chair in the room in the Savoy. I kept waking up and I was having this animated discussion. I've actually woken up a few times recently to see myself looking at me like this. A lot of people get that experience. They quite often get their younger self coming in, or their older self. They come to talk to them. I once had my younger self come and smile at me, and I thought, why are you smiling? You were never happy. No, I've been happy a lot, but it's to do with wounds, but which we all have. And I don't know, but I could see all these people, and they were telling me, oh, I said to my son before I went to bed, can you find out if there's anything in this hotel? Like ghosts, whatever. And apparently there's a little girl in the lift. I said, there's at least 5, I'm being told. Oh God, I'm going to get visitors tonight. I'm going to And he started coming online, so he gets stuff as well. He gets some very strange dreams. And I did in the middle of the night, I kept waking up and these people. And it's almost like faces. Now, I think I talked on here about how I went to London in November, and I'd had to sit in the station for ages waiting for my son to go for an interview, and then we were going to go shopping and do all sorts of stuff. And it was November time. I saw them put the Christmas tree up in Marylebone station. That's how long I was there. They finished and went away. It turned out to be a longer interview. But anyway, that night when I came home from London, oh my God, it was like I kept seeing faces going "Wah, wah," at me, and I was back in Marylebone station, and honestly, they're in my face, and all these people going. It's almost like I saw the shadow sides of some people. I saw their faces. I even saw my son at one point going panicking about something, and he was just standing in the station. All these people, I get that every time I go out now. I went to Birmingham last week, and oh my God, I saw a lot of people. I had the same experience at night. It wasn't, well, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as the London one. A lot more people, I suppose, but I was in, it's called Fumo in the Bullring, which is a big shopping centre in Birmingham. So where Selfridges is, they have a Selfridges there. And we went to have a drink up on the Fumo restaurant. And actually I might put some pictures on the community post I'll see. Up on the restaurant. And I can always see spirits sort of peep around, but I started to see something crawling towards me on the floor. We were sitting at the bar bit, and they were peeping from behind a chair. And I noticed they were in rags. I thought, oh, it's a bit odd. And then there was another one, and there were other people, and they followed me, but they were creeping. I hate it when I get that. I have them crawl around my room sometimes. That is terrifying. I don't like that. And my stalker spirit dresses up as a clown sometimes, and I hate clowns. But digressing. So I'm sitting there, and I was like, oh my God. All right, okay. And then we moved, and we went for something to eat, and it was further down Park Street, I think it's called, just literally out of the Bullring. And down there. Now I'd been in the aquarium, always go to the aquarium there, love it. Come out with about 10 cuddly toys. Always. But it supports them, so I don't care. I love the aquariums. And we went to Brown's. Go to Brown's in Newcastle, where I come from. I love it. And we're sitting there, and across from it is a church called St. Martin's. But it doesn't have like a proper graveyard anyway. It's all paved. Birmingham, a huge part of it is pedestrianised. Yeah, it's just the main bit. It's stunning. You can just walk around without being bothered by cars. Just loads of people. And we so having a meal there, and then I noticed I could see them again. I thought, what the heck? And then they started. There was loads of them. Boom, 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 boom. And then I suddenly realised I was standing in the middle of thousands of these people. Thousands. I freaked out. I was like, oh my goodness. I went outside. I felt very eerie, everything. I got home, and I asked a friend, actually, about it. And he knew about Birmingham. He says, oh yeah, they found loads of bodies when they stopped doing foundations for the Bullring, and especially around St. Martin's, and there were 6,500 skeletons found, and 2 that were outside this bit. It was a cemetery, around the church, but it overflowed. It's from the 19th century, and they had to put it, had to do an overflow, which was in the bull ring, and then outside of that were two that were buried. They couldn't work out if they were Civil War soldiers with a quick burial, or they were criminals, or they'd been murdered. So there was a lot going on. Oh my goodness. Really freaky. And some of these corpses have been, you know, hands off, feet off. They don't know why. A lot of them had rickets, there were children, there were everything. But there are a lot of, so this explains to me they're in rags. But they were crawling. Didn't like that, bless them. So, yeah, that was freaky. And then that when I came home, lots of faces and people, and faces. Oh my goodness. I saw a guy dressed in traditional, I think Muslim. Oh, hang on, could be Sikh. I don't know. He had a turban on his head, and he was trying to come towards me in Fumo. It was like I was standing back in Fumo in the restaurant, and they were coming. He was coming towards me. Lots of people. Very strange stuff. And all the time these people are going past me. You know, around me. Yeah. So really, really, really freaky. A lot of people. It's like I'm tripping. It's feverish. That's the only way. Just like tripping. It's horrible. Horrible at times. It can be very scary, and it's been like that last few nights. I've seen people with huge eyes. I have, even during the day, alien faces. A lot of alien faces, which kind of worries me. Don't like that. There are some bits I haven't even talked about, and I won't on here. Maybe on the memberships, I don't know, because it will scare you. I don't tell you everything because I'm worried that people will be a bit frightened of it, you know. There's something behind me, as you can see on the camera. A lot of energy. Remember, I can see the other dimensions. It's almost like the dimensions bleed into one another. I'm trying to think of what else, but yeah, I don't know what I'm doing in the middle of this circle, but there's a tight shield around me. I just had drawing energies towards you. And I work for this, apparently work with this organization called The Eye, who see everything, record everything, and they have the books of wisdom. I often see, you know, the spheres I've talked about. I've been seeing cubes recently, and I travel through vortexes with them. I time travel. They've told me I'm way out of my time. I'm from the future and I'm in the past here. There's a lot of World War II stuff. I still see a lot of people from World War II. Massive connection between a coven trying to break this world down from that time period. Definitely a coven at work. There's a witch that's always trying to discombobulate me. I'm kidding. Trying to get me to break down. There's a coven working. So I don't know what I'm doing, but it's something to do with a flame and a light and dragon flames. I don't know. And tunneling through the dark to get to somewhere else, to break the dark down. But it's an ancient dark. And it's not, we operate on dark and light, and it's a concept outside of that. The only way I can get across to you, it is not favorable to humans, okay? And it is ancient, okay? And it's interdimensional. So yeah, there's a lot going on. What else did I have to tell you? They don't want me to go on anymore. We will do a little reading, and we'll find out what the heck it's all about. All right, okay. Well, that's pretty Look, ye shall not enter, I just heard. Okay, the great bear. Hiding something. Hiding the hidden child. That's what they call me. And then they've had me writing about it before I accepted. And somebody pointed it out to me. And I sort of knew. But I started writing this story. And I will at some point. But they've stopped me writing it at the moment. I don't know why. Confirmation of the cat jumping on the floor upstairs. There's some secret knowledge. Some secret knowledge. But the hidden child, direct from the universe, created from the universe. They've said things to me, like, which scares me silly. We don't fully understand what you are. That's nice, isn't it? Oh, God. I'm going to get up and run fast. But some child created from the universe that is multi-dimensional. I don't think I want to know. I think I'm going to stop there. But they're guarding. I'm doing something. Remember, if you're watching this, you're a light worker. You're part of this. You're doing something as well. So, you know. But yeah, that's what ye shall not enter. Interesting. Can you tell us any more, please? Something to do with the dot. But look at the light. Everything around there. If you watch that video I created on the Substack, you'll get more of an idea. It's also showing my past and this connection to this group called the Eye. And all the men in black who are the angelics and protectors of this world. And the alien beings. There's a guy in a silver, holding a child right in front of me here. And they're saying it's you. So they're protecting the child. You know, hey, when you're on this planet, we're all, we're all the same. We're all doing something, we've all got a job. You don't know who you are, yeah? So when you're feeling small, just remember that you're so much more, yeah? You're here because you're special. You're here because you got to come here and learn. But you're here because I think a lot, if you're on this channel, you're special in some way. Now, it's really weird. My face has gone like a mask and I just want to pull that off and do that. And inside is all the stars in the universe. Oh, that's kind of weird imagery to give me. I just see my face change. There's energy around me. Now, I'm always trying to get you to see what's around me here. Kind of odd that just staring for a while. There's definitely energy around the camera as well. But let's have a look, see what else we're getting. I think I'll do the necrometer next time. Ooh. Now I do see oh look, they're dragons. I was going to say I see snakes, but I do see dragons. I see a dragon's eye. I see a huge eye behind me, and it looks scaly sometimes, and it's like a dragon's eye. It's all about the eye. Seeing all, recording all, books of knowledge. That's where the world predictions come from. Trying to get balance at the moment. 14 is the number of that as well. Stability. Oh, are you meant to be there? I think it's meant to be there, but there's a face here. I just heard you are the child, bringing wisdom from ancient times, a rebirth, an evolution for this world. So you're part of that. You'll be doing that as well. If you're watching this, yeah, we've got another face coming here. I think that's part of the card, that one. I think. Do you know, I don't know, because somebody's put glasses on. Even if it is, somebody's over it. There are more faces appearing. We bring the balance and order, ascended masters in Jesus Christ. Oh Lord, oh men. I always say that. Buddha, I'm seeing Buddha. Remember, we're gender fluid on here. We do, you know, we have gender fluid, religious fluid. That's what I meant to say. Everything on here. Yeah. I have crosses. I have loads of Buddhas. I love Kali. So, you know, yeah, there's lots coming in here. Why don't you just see if you can see them? Okay, but it's about bringing balance. Okay, one more of these. I see snakes hissing around me. Oh yeah, I see. And the creepy guy, and he's doing it now, huge one, he comes at me like that. But there's another one that hisses back at him. There's a lot going on in my aura. It's almost like they're stitched into my aura. I wasn't even going to use that word, stitched into my aura. It's that, whatever I'm doing is that kind of scary. So if you see things like that around you, then, you know, no, you want the one on the bottom first. And that one. Okay. So we have, which order do you want them in? This one first. Endurance, the flame, keeping the flame alive. I often see, I'm showing a flame and people holding hands around it. Bringing in change. Bringing in revelation, a cracking of this world the way it is. I always see the earth cracking, breaking apart, and a new one coming out. It's very small, rebirthing. And growing old again. It's like showing the cracks in the matrix, showing the cracks of how we live, who we are. Breaking down the holy matrix. It's almost like breaking down the dimensions. It's almost like I want to do this to see the veil, they call it the holy matrix. I don't know why. People need to see the truth now of their existence and who they are. They exist outside of this universe. They always tell me the universe is a computer, quantum computer, and that's how it creates these life experiences for us. Oh my God. It's all to do with quantum mechanics and physics. Quantum physics, quantum entanglement, quantum everything. And it's these experiences are created for us. If you're a Star Trek fan like me, think holodeck. Okay. Then we've got a lot of exploitation of the human race, treated like slaves by organizations like Illuminati, things like that, interdimensional forces, excuse me, hybridization, experimentation. Forces that shouldn't be here have found ways to come in, and like certain aliens who should not be here, who have not got a free pass on this world, but have come in and have tried to change the bloodlines, tried to take it over so many times. 33 on the clock, that's important. Tried to take it over so many times, and we're having to change who we are, become aware of this now, so we can defend ourselves, so we can evolve. They're trying to bring in new bloodlines. Now, Spirit, 144,000, that they're bringing in new bloodlines, new knowledge. Some of them are here. They're not all born yet, because some of them have to die to become the 144,000. It's like a continuing thing. I don't know how that's working. But they always show me the human race on their knees, being enslaved. Slave to passions, enslaved. They just show me slave to hell. They keep showing me that Buffy episode. Oh my goodness. I've put it in another video, but it's, if you watched it, where she loses Angel and she ends up in the hell dimension. And they want them broken, and they want them to not remember their names. And they're like hell people, they're literally like hell. But they're interdimensional travelers. and they want the human race broken down so it doesn't remember anything. They want to make it a slave race and bring in their own new bloodlines and take over the earth. This sounds like wow, but this is what I get all the time, and that's what the Council of Light, Galactic Federation, whatever you want to call it, angels are trying to stop. And it's all surrounded by these flames. I've lost my train of thought now. There's so much coming through. But it's exploitation, that withholding information from us. Look at this. Burnt to the ground. That's what they're trying to do. Burning these bees. Oh my goodness, I keep getting about the swarm. These bees, they come in and swarm. I can't get my word. Can we just slow down a second, please? Can't breathe. They come in like a swarm. They exploit. They want to exploit, take over. They want to invade. They're trying to cause dividing and conquering, causing trouble amongst us all. I just heard the righteous race will take precedent. Is that the new one or the earth remains ours? These are people who I think populated this earth before us. Because I know we came here in a craft. I've always, since I was a little girl, I always thought that we used to live on Mars. We've come here. There is something under the sea. They always talk to me about a craft under the sea. That's in my video that's going to rise, because it may be. I can't talk about that yet, because that's for the world predictions. I'm going to watch one. But there is something going to happen. There's a lot of disasters coming in, very apocalyptic, a lot of floods, everything. That's what they're trying to engineer to end this. But the other side is trying to evolve the human race, make it more worthwhile living, want to evolve us. Yeah, stop there. Abundance of wealth, of gifts, of spirit, everything. This is what they want to give us. And they want to stop this exploitation, because we are being used. We're experimented on. Everything. We are just in mass hallucinations, illusions fed into the system to see how we react to them. Oh my goodness me. As more experimentation goes on, there's a lot, and these people who lived before, and in this want to come back. This is Baal, wants to come back and take over. Interesting. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. But yeah, check out the Substack, as I say. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I think I will be doing the memberships again, and I may go a level deeper with all of these things and see what's going on, especially about this exploitation and swarm. But not going to do it today, but definitely I'll get that sorted out. Okay, but join if you want to know I'm going to tell you the grisly details. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, my phone's ringing again. They will not give up, whoever they are. What was I going to say? Yeah, somebody's trying to get through. Trying to get through the shield. The stuff they've shown me about how they're trying to get through the shield is kind of scary. Put that on members as well. But yeah, reminding me of this. So yeah, please, if you want reading, if you want spiritual mentorship, one-to-one, details in the description. I'm also setting up something on the Circle platform. If I can get my head around this, setting up C names and C name records, I will have it completed today. So it may appear in the description, the things I want you to do on there, a community that you can sign up to talk about these things in a private space with me. and some spiritual mentorship I'm going to do as well. And you can do that for the world predictions as well. I'm going to have some little discussion groups, so check out for that in the description. If it's not there today, it will be in the next one. Okay, please check out the books, my channeled messages books, which you can read for free on ENQUIRE. That especially Lady of Londinium, which is a channeled fiction it's fiction, but it's a channeled message. So please, through a story. So please check that out. Queen of the Italians as well. Please check out the world predictions and my tarot channel, which I've got going again. So please do that, and please subscribe, more importantly, because I know a lot of people come in and watch the videos but they don't subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm going to leave comments open as well. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time. Thanks. Bye.